Oh, well, hello. Good morning. 'Tis I, Trusty Ape. Coming back. Um, just having a few thoughts on spirituality, what some people call spiritual atheism. This will probably be a pretty short stream. I've got places to go and people to kill, but no. Shh. Good morning, Christian Carpenter. Good to see you. I am having a lovely morning. Yesterday was a bit rough. I'll update you. So, first night home, I decided to drink an energy drink during my 7 p.m. meeting. And so a couple hours later, I was feeling pretty giddy, and I went, "Oh shit, I have to go to bed." So I decided to take one of these Unisom sleep gels. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. Uh, so yesterday, I woke up very panicky and very much off kilter, and considered driving myself straight back to rehab. But I talked to some people, talked me out of it. Went and hit a couple meetings and got some shit done yesterday. I'm feeling much better this morning. No sleep aids. Back on my routine. Did my meditation and my workout as per usual, and now I'm getting ready to go to band practice for the first time in a long time. So, hey, Melvin, good to see you. And so I was just thinking about this while I was in the shower. As this concept. I got to do this 12-step program, and these 12-step programs, uh, you know, basically what they try to sell you on is that you have to be spiritual in order. You have to embrace some kind of spirituality in order to remain sober. It's just not going to work for you if you don't embrace spiritual principles, what they call spiritual principles. I keep wondering, what do they mean by spiritual principles? Well, basically, it's like moral conduct, So, in order to have good moral conduct, one has to be spiritual in order to be sober. So, it's just like, and I'm like, what does spirituality mean? Is spirituality, they say it's spiritual but not religious. So, you don't need religion to be spiritual, but you do need to believe in a higher power or a God. Could be any God, could be any higher power. Now, I struggle with this concept because I've heard spiritual atheists tell me that you could equate the universe, the cosmos, to a higher power, a God, right? Um, there may be a spiritual atheist I know who might, be willing to come on and chat with me about this sometime in the near future. I know we were supposed to have this conversation in private, but seems that we may, I don't know, maybe a good topic to stream on. Todd, good to see you. The you. You seek what you seek is a higher you. I think you mean to type. Yes. So there's another aspect of what we learned in our program. Rather than looking for the higher power, outside of self, we look for the higher self within ourselves. So there's like, it could be within me. It could just be what we call the wise mind, which is taken from Buddhist practice, right? Which I think is good. It's the better part of yourself. But in these 12-step programs specifically, it has to be a power outside of yourself that is greater than yourself. And there has to be a God. I mean, or you have to, I mean, they put the word God in there, insert God here. I just, when I'm doing my journaling, if I'm doing my step work, I insert an X, because I'm like, I don't know what that is. But, if I just say it's this or it's that, whether it be my kids, whether it be the group, see, since it's community based, I tend to think of the higher power construct as being the group itself. This group of people is greater than me. It's something that I can reach out to that will actually, help me when I need help, rather than, meditation's great. It definitely helps keep your mind right. But, as far as prayer goes, if I'm looking for real help, I'm not going to be praying to some maybe invisible deity out there or something. I'm going to be calling people in the community that I need to talk to, because whatever my thoughts are ruminating, and I'm having anxiety, whatever it is, I need to talk to people. And I have a really hard time doing that. So that's like my main thing I need to keep working on. In fact, this morning I just made a point to reach out and text a bunch of my recovery people just to stay in touch, because the second I get out of touch and I feel like, I need to stop bothering people, then I start bothering myself. Then I start getting so for me, I think, that's kind of where I'm at with this. But I have a real hard time with this wordplay on what spirituality means. Is a spirit not synonymous to a soul? What is a soul? Where does the soul reside? And you'll hear this, where does the spirit reside? Um, there's this separation. You say mind, body, and spirit, or mind, body, and soul. Where's the soul? It's not in the mind, it's not in the body. Where is it exactly? I don't know. I can't find the spirit anywhere. This podcast is brought to you by Rockstar. No. So when they say spiritual principles, I just call those moral principles, right? Um, and so I have this trouble with this concept of spiritual atheism, because if you're an atheist, if you're a naturalist, then you have to, there's a some physical thing behind each of these concepts. Tog says, spirit is something you partake in, while soul is something you always have. That's an interesting concept, I think. So if you'd say spirit is kind of like your connection to others, rather than the soul which resides within you, or your essence eternally, right? According to some beliefs. But then there's like this idea of something being soulful. If somebody has like a powerful vocal performance, they say it's very soulful singing. That it's coming from the soul. That's from like your deeper self. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that spirituality doesn't often come to mind when I'm thinking about these things, when I'm ruminating on what I need to do today to maintain sobriety. I mean, if you think of spirit as community, then yes, that is what I'm thinking about. But if you think of spirit as something outside of the concept of community and connectedness, then I don't know what that would be. And I don't know what something coming from my soul would be either. In this concept of morality, I think my morality stems from my empathy towards other people and my logical, rational thinking. So I don't see anywhere outside that morality is arbitrated from. But I do understand that uh, moral action, good moral action, is preferable if you're going to try to maintain a sober mind, right? Because then you don't have negative things, guilt and shame that you need to suppress, right? Because that's one of the main reasons that we use a drink is we're trying to suppress negative emotions. And so that's where I'm at with that. I'd like to have a longer conversation, maybe with some more spiritually minded people on this, so that I can maybe get a better understanding. But today I'm headed out soon. I'm going to hit a meeting while I drive out to band practice. This is going to be my first band practice, my first sober practice. And so we've already discussed it. We're not going to have any drugs or drink at the studio, except energy drinks, of course. And I will read you this passage from the good old NA book before we go. Just for today. Narcotics Anonymous offers addicts a program of recovery that is more than just a life without drugs. Not only is this the way Is this way of life better than the hell we lived? It is better than any life we have ever known. Few of us have any interest in recovering what we had before we started using. Many of us suffered severely from physical, sexual, and emotional abuse. Getting high and staying high seemed like the only possible way to cope with such abuse. Others suffered in less noticeable but equally painful ways before addiction took hold. We lacked direction and purpose. We were spiritually empty. We felt isolated, unable to empathize with others. We had none of the things that give life its sense and value. We took drugs in a vain attempt to fill the emptiness inside ourselves. Most of us wouldn't want to recover what we used to have. Ultimately, the recovery we find in NA is something different, a chance at a new life. We've been given tools to clear the wreckage from our lives. We've been given support in courageously setting forth on a new path. And we've been given the gift of conscious contact with a power greater than ourselves, providing us with the inner strength and direction we so sorely lacked in the past. Recovering? Yes, in every way. We're recovering a whole new life, better than anything we ever dreamed possible. We are grateful. Just for today, I've recovered something I never had, something I never imagined possible, the life of a recovering addict. Thank you, higher power, in more words, in more than words can say. Yes, so he's used to driving me nuts, getting used to him. It's a daily read. Um, so yes, that's my show just for today. I'm still waiting on the hotspot. I had to get back into the queue to get a hotspot from the library so I can do more in-depth, uh, shows again and stuff like that. I'm gonna work on a new channel intro. So yeah, just keep on keeping on. Dr. Mordecai Cassius Marcellus Jones. I'm definitely having fun with it. Learning to have fun again, without having to alter my mental state. Well, maybe a little bit of alteration, but not that other kind. We have to have acceptable vices. I've got nicotine, I've got caffeine. I got to cut down on those. Hopefully, cut them out too. But one day at a time, one step at a time, and all that good stuff. Thanks for listening to me. If anybody's interested in chatting on this topic or any other, get a hold of me. If you have any thoughts on anything I said here, comments and stuff like that. Liking videos is cool, but that's up to you. It's whatever. Tog is trying to be invisible as possible, too distracted, trying to not be lazy. Been there, done that. What's up, P-Town? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm just about to cut this one off, and I gotta go go for the long drive, do my meeting on the way. So yeah, maybe I'll post some music content later on my other channel, Kevin Lentini Music. There's some people subbed up over there. What's up, Bro Joe? Good to see you. Yeah, this is just a short one. Getting my day started off right. I got to respond to some texts. All right, cool. Everybody, go check out the Brojo show. There's going to be another hangout going on too. If you're so inclined, go over there. Much love to Brojo. Haven't been over in a while. I haven't been really on any streams in a while because I've been in my program. So now I'm out and about, and you'll be seeing me again. Much love, everyone. Be well, stay trusty, and all that jazz.